Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today, man, we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So today we're gonna be talking about them damn LeBron James fans. These people, man, these people cannot be stopped. They cannot be stopped. They can't be stopped. But these are the people that we're gonna be talking about today. So for those of you who've been following the Olympics, you will know that when they made it into America, I'm talking about made it into the elimination round, they were slated to face 4 teams if they made it all the way to the finals. First team they faced was Brazil. They were in one of the weakest brackets. So anyway, they faced Brazil. They beat them convincingly. Then the next team that they faced was Serbia, right? Which really gave them a run for their money. And if you watch that Serbia game, if you watched it, it would have been apparent to you that had Stephen Curry not did what he did in that first half, not only would the United States have lost that game, they would have got blown off the floor. Stephen Curry scored 36 points. He hit 9 3-pointers, and he was the one that kept America alive. We did a live after the game, and I was giving away. I said I was distributing credit. If it was 100%, I said I would give 70% to Stephen Curry. Then the rest I would share between LeBron James, Joel Embiid, and Kevin Durant. Stephen Curry was the reason that America was able to go past Serbia. We then get to the Olympics game, the championship game, which was last night. And in the first half, it was anybody's game. But as the game started to get tight and France started to really make it a competition, Stephen Curry put forth one of the most historic performances you will see by any basketball player in any game ever. And given the stakes and what was at stake, not only did Stephen Curry rise to the occasion, he took over the entire moment. We witnessed Stephen Curry's greatness in a way that I don't think we've ever witnessed it in his career, because in that moment he was on a global stage because it's the Olympics, and he absolutely delivered for the United States. Stephen Curry in yesterday's game finished that game with 24 points to lead all scorers, 8 3-point shots, 5 assists, 2 steals. He had 5 turnovers, so did others, in 30 minutes. And once again, he was the absolute difference, unquestionably the difference for the United States yesterday. When we did a live subsequently, people were saying Steph should be the MVP. Steph should be the MVP. And I told him, I said, look, Stephen Curry should be the MVP. But I said they're not going to give it to him. I said, this is all about politics. It has very little to do about basketball. This is all politics. And I said that there's no way, if Stephen Curry he could have scored all the points for USA. There's no way that they're going to give that gold medal award, the MVP award, to LeBron James. And shortly after the game concluded, that is exactly what they did. But here's something I don't think they factored for. When they announced that LeBron James was the MVP of the tournament, NBA fans went into an absolute uproar all over the internet, and all of them were saying that Stephen Curry got robbed. So I want to get into some of the posts where people just lost their minds. The first one is from NBA on ESPN and ESPN. And the post read, and I'm going to show it to you now. It says, LeBron James men's basketball Olympics MVP. Let me get into some of the comments. One person said, Curry showed up last 2 games. LeBron showed up every game. Bron MVP. These people are so crazy. They forgot about what Kevin Durant also did, but I digress. Another person said, I'm sorry, but LeBron wouldn't have seen a gold medal this year without Curry. Another person said, LeBron James led the team in rebounds, assists, blocks, and PPG until the final game which Curry surpassed him in points per game. LeBron is definitely the MVP. Another person said, Curry balled out the last 2 games. LeBron sensational the whole way through. How can people not understand this? Another person said, the best player by far of these Olympics. Another person said, everyone knows it should be Curry. Another person said, this is wrong. Another person said, Curry got robbed. Another person said, Curry robbed for real. Bro carried that U.S. team. Of course, another insane LeBron fan wrote, GOAT debate over. Another person said, of course, my glorious king. So that's what that post said. I want to show you another post. This is from Sports Center. Look at this post. Just look at it. It says, King James leads the way. LeBron James will leave Paris with his 3rd gold medal, Olympic gold medal. One person said, you mean Curry? Another person said, Curry deserved this edit. Another person said, King Curry, but we get it. Another person said, no hate, but Curry put that team on his back. Another person said, Curry closed the game for sure. LeBron managed it. Salute to Team USA. Another person said, Chef Curry led the way. One of the viewers said, Curry started shooting like it's 2015 playoffs versus OKC. One of the viewers said, no, Curry led the way. Another person said, Curry led the way with 24 points off of 8 3-pointers. And it just kept on going on and on and on. Let me get into some of the stats of this Olympics. In terms of points, Stephen Curry led the way in points per game. In terms of rebounds, LeBron led the way in rebounds per game. In terms of assists, LeBron led the way in assists per game. What they won't tell you in all of this is that LeBron played the most minutes per game. He played the most minutes. And that was by design. LeBron played by far the most minutes of any player on this team. Now, some of you may say, well, it's because they needed him. Did they really? Did they really? LeBron wasn't even the best American player on that roster. Stephen Curry wasn't the best American player on that roster. Kevin Durant wasn't the best American player on that roster. The real best player on that roster was Jason Tatum. And I want to tell you why I said before that this is all about politics. I want to share some information with you guys. Are you guys aware that Jason Tatum was the only American player last season, the only American basketball player in the world to make the all-first NBA team last year? Let me repeat that. Jason Tatum was the only American player. All of these other guys you see on that roster, LeBron, KD, all of them, go down the line and count them. Not one of them sniffed the all-first NBA team. Not one of them. Not one of them. Jason Tatum made the first all-NBA first team last year. And he probably played close to the least amount of minutes on the entire roster in this entire playoff, in this entire run. It was by design. It wasn't meant for Jason Tatum to win. It wasn't meant for Stephen Curry to win. It wasn't meant for Kevin Durant to win. They had already decided that no matter what happens, LeBron is going to win this MVP. NBA fans see through it. LeBron fans see through it, but they act like they don't know what they see. This is politics. It is politics. It has nothing to do with he was the best player. He played the most minutes. Give Jason Tatum LeBron's minutes and see what happens. Give him his minutes. They wouldn't even sit him. They gave him all the point guard responsibilities. All of it. They said, you're going to run the team. And they ensured by basically stat padding to ensure that LeBron got this gold medal MVP. They did that. We all saw it. But for them to now give that award and say, oh, he led the way. Really? Really? LeBron led the way. It's politics and sports, folks. We catch you on the next show. I'm out.